Probably the biggest Jimny build to date that we've done in-house here at BAW. And let's get started with the AFN bumper replacement on the front of the vehicle. Fantastic little bumper replacement bar at the front of these things. Allows for a bit more of that departure angle on the front side, as you can see. These are winch compatible. However, obviously you need to be aware of the rating of your winch size when you are doing that in such a small little compact unit. Cool thing about these, they do have a nice little bash plate down the bottom here, and then further down the back we do have some bash plates from Custom Off-Road. Let's have a quick chat about GVM wheel tyre package. We did get the Ironman GVM done into this vehicle, so that consists of 2-inch lift, GVM up to 1,800 kilos. Holy wowzers, who would have thought? And basically you're getting all your suspension components, shocks, coils, all that type of stuff in that system. But that was done pre-registration as well, so federally approved kit. That way the Jimny is sweet to go if it is ever sold interstate. No dramas with your compliancing there. Then they've got a 6 set of the Yokohama MTZs on a set of, check it, Dirty Life rims as well. Pretty sure the guys chose these early on in the piece and I wasn't too sure if they were going to work with it, but seeing it wrapped in these things in conjunction with the rim, it looks pretty cool. I really like it. It's come up very, very nicely. So that's what's going on suspension and GVM wise for the Jimny build on this vehicle. All right, let's move up and we'll talk about intakes and airboxes. If you didn't know, Torquit has a Jimny covered, ready to rock and roll. So if you have current model Jimny, these guys have a full suite to maximize this little 1.6 litre petty. Starting with the stainless steel Snorkel that they've got here. This thing is designed by those guys for this particular model. And as you can see, she seamlessly works with the lines of the vehicle. And then you are going underneath the car for a full stainless exhaust from those guys as well. That matches this, and it does give a cool little 1.6 litre petrol note, I will say that. Snorkel coming down into the guard. We've got a nice bend that comes up into this stainless bit of piping all the way into the Torquit airbox. So those guys have made and designed this to work with their Snorkel. Probably the best option is to combine them. We've done a couple of these now. Ends up being kind of the best way to do it for this particular model. Then coming over to the party side of the system, we've kind of done a little bit of a electrical slash air up system over here. So you might notice we've got a full Baintech fuse block on a custom made bracket that we've done here, and then all of our relaying is just here. So everything that we've added, spotlights for one, the old road vision 7 inches, then the light bar, anything else that's kind of been put on by ourselves in the build, this is home base for all of that. So all our fusing, all our relaying right here in the one spot, so really easy to get to. Combine that with a bracket from TLR to house the ARB compressor, a little single compressor, which is definitely more than enough for these tires on these cars. So it's a really neat setup. It's up in the corner, out of the way, and it's just easy to get to. Flick of the switch, bang, compressor on, put your hose in, start airing up, and you're good to go. So nice little neat engine bay setup, everything really easy to access. Sweet as. Let's move up top. Storage for a couple of things. On the roof we do have the Rhino rack system with the backbone mount as well. If you haven't noticed, this is a new version that those guys are doing, which is actually only available for the Jimny right now. As you can see, I've got a whole lot of side little rock lights here. What are they? They're RGB rock lights. So Lynette definitely wanted party lights, is kind of what we ended up calling them. because they are full RGB, like I said. So yes, she can change colors and do all that type of thing with these lights. She's got them on this side, she's got them on the other side, she's got them on the back. They're everywhere. So they will be good for camping, mind you, because you can change them to amber or red or even white. So if you are just out having a bit of fun, then you can just party light as well if you like. Do have the 40-inch stealth road vision light bar on the front, so that's obviously going to light things in front of these guys. As we look right at the top though, we got a set of mini max tracks. Obviously you can't have a Jimny without mini max tracks, so I think they're pretty cool. They look awesome. If you are a Jimny fan, you will know this already, but this is not a standard feature in a Jimny. So Lynette does have dogs. She wanted to obviously be able to open these windows. We've changed them out completely, so I'll glass out completely. This whole new assembly comes as you see it, and it's got a slide in it. So if you've got the pooches in the back, open the window and they can hang their head out the side. Pretty cool feature. It does come like this, so it is rather a dark finish, so like a privacy glass type finish, but pretty cool addition to the Jimny, especially if you obviously wanted access to your animals whilst they're in the back. We've got this awesome Molly panel setup on the rear door, but check that, Insta table. It's got an adjustment here, so you can obviously adjust that down so it squares up. Same with the ropes, you can adjust them. Happy day. So if you're on uneven ground or anything like that, it's not just set and forget, it's set her up to exactly how you want it, and away you go. So that's pretty cool. That makes use of this rear door, as you can see. And what we have done is installed a hardcore lighting setup. Look at that. So you got your table, you got your amber light, color changing as well. Where is it? There we go. Oh, how cool. One thing you may notice is this fantastic custom-made sub box that we've got in the rear. Now, Lynette is a music teacher and she is very fond of some fully sick beats. So, the Jimny has been full car builders stage 4 sound deaden. So that is sound deadening absolutely everywhere we could stick it. Then, the boys have gone to absolute town on this stereo system. So the box we actually made in-house ourselves using all of Eaton stereo equipment. So speakers, amps, and the sub are all from Eaton. They are a German-made product. Very, very high-end, high-quality bit of audio gear. So if you like your stereo stuff, you'll be liking these. And the sub box was definitely something that had to be compact enough that it was going to be out of the way, yet still house a 10-inch sub. So believe it or not, that is a full 10-inch flush mount sub. Very, very good bit of kit that we fitted in there, and it's finished in a nice vinyl as well to match the interior of the vehicle. So let's go into the front and I will kind of show you what's driving that and what else we've done in the front to obviously make the sound like a theatre room. How quiet is it in here? So we just talked about sub box setup in the rear. Where you're sitting, underneath that seat is where all of the big power stuff is happening. So the amps are actually underneath there. And believe it or not, it's probably, one of the amps is probably no longer than that. The technology in these new amps is just absolutely nuts, and how much power it's outputting is pretty awesome. So let's talk about front speakers though. It is only a 2-door. So what we have done has upped the size of the speaker in the door. So the driver in the door is about a 5 1/4, I'm pretty sure, size driver compared to the original 4, I think, off the top of my head. And then Justin, my man, who did our box in the back, has also done a custom tweeter pod, as you can see on the A-pillar as well. As you can see in the front here, I do just have the Kenwood 7-inch system. This is basically the baby brother of the 10.1-inch that you would see in a lot of our other builds, but it doesn't lose any of the features that that has, which is multiple camera inputs, digital radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all those things that you like about the other device. If you look up Department of Interior, center console. So up in here, I do have a little RJ45 pass-through for our GME UHF handpiece. So when those guys get that sorted, which we're waiting for some parts for that, boom, handpiece goes up there, it's up, it's out of the way. You don't have to have it rolling around down here where you want to stick keys and phones and things like that. Interior wise, very, very happy with what the boys have produced with the stereo stuff that they've done, and the quality of the finish, sound deadening, everything that's in here. And it's definitely a thing for these customers of ours, the sheepskin seat covers. If you didn't know, we did their 70 series cruiser as well, and Daryl's got some of these and that. Love them or hate them, I don't know. When you sit in them, they feel great, but it just reminds me of my grandparents, all right? So
one day, Brent, you will understand how amazing sheepskin seat covers are.
Alrighty, so Jimny build 99.5% complete. Because like I said, I think there's going to be more to happen in the rear end, and there is a rear bar possibly happening. But like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of the little Jimny that we have built for Lynette, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That way you guys aren't going to miss any new videos that we bring out. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content. Don't forget to put in the comments below what you liked about the Jimny, what you might do different if it was yours. That way we could possibly do something that you suggest on the next build. But thanks guys, thanks very much for watching, and enjoy a couple of little scenic pictures of said Jimny coming at your eyeballs right now.